Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Ayleen, and this is a daily dose of medicine walk. And for those of you who are listening in on Blog Talk Radio, this is Healing House Radio. So I am back inside because it is raining outside. And we went from a very sunny, very almost, summer may come early day to, pouring rain. So we're back inside, and because we're back inside, Luna is back on the couch with me. So, today's question, and I want to state that I tried doing 2 videos in one day. And the issue was that I got the videos mixed up with in relation to the thumbnail and the text. So my apologies for yesterday's description being what was supposed to go with today's. And so I got that figured out and I put the correct one on yesterday's. But so today we will move on to our question. And this question was based on the fact that I did the one video on what are the best things about being empathic. And I was asked, okay, well, full disclosure, what are the worst things about being empathic? So I decided that I would go ahead and do a video on that. And with the caveat, okay, bye-bye. With the caveat that, oh, okay, hello. She comes and goes as she pleases. That this is related to being an unmanaged empath. Because these are the problems that often people who aren't able to regulate or turn off their empathy, these are the things that they encounter. So with that caveat, we will move on to today's question, which is, what are the worst things about being empathic? Okay, so we will open up that bag of badgers with the first issue about being empathic is that you lose your autonomy. You are unable to separate yourself from the energies of those around you and the emotions of those around you. So it makes it very difficult for someone to really identify who they are uniquely. Who are they when they're alone? And often unregulated empaths will have a tendency to want to be around people because of the fact it gives them someone to resonate with. And it can be really challenging when you can't differentiate what someone else is feeling from what you're feeling. And I spent a lot of years in that situation, and it wasn't until I figured out how to turn the empathy off and how to be able to gauge it and utilize it as a tool that I could use when I needed to. And so it makes it important. This is especially important why I want to help people figure out how to manage it, because that way they don't lose themselves in other people. Another issue with being an unmanaged empath is that you have a tendency to be easily sucked into things that maybe you don't want, need, or want to do. And yet, if the people you're around have a very strong feeling about it, so will the unmanaged empath. And it can lead to anything from buying something that you can neither afford nor really want, but because the salesman really wanted to sell it to you, you got sucked into it. Or being in a relationship that you don't want. And it comes to, that place of, well, this person likes me enough for both of us. And the unmanaged empath will get pulled into that and then become very codependent with that person. And codependence is a huge issue with being empathic. Another issue with being empathic is that when you get caught between 2 tremendously strong personalities, it can really feel like you're in the middle of a tug of war. And it really is difficult to be able to find that balance because you're constantly being pulled. Your empathy wants to resonate with the strongest energy, and yet you don't know who that is. And it can be very, very uncomfortable for someone who is empathic to get caught in between that if they don't have the ability to turn it off and walk away. Another issue is that an unmanaged empath, now remember, we've talked about the fact that an empath not only receives, but can also transmit and scan. And people who do not manage their empathy are on constant transmit and constant receive. And so that means that whatever the empath is going through, they're just going to radiate it out to everybody. And it is really hard to spend a lot of time around someone who, if they're down, they bring an entire room down. And so after a while, people start avoiding that person. Even if they don't know they're empathic, they will automatically sort of draw away from them because, it's like, wow, I'm feeling great. And then I'm around this person and all of a sudden I feel miserable. Empathy is a gift. And one of the things that breaks my heart the most is people who believe that it is a burden, that it is a curse, that it is something bad. And more than likely, that's because someone told them, oh, well, you're too sensitive. You're too dramatic. That is probably one of the worst things about being an unmanaged empath is that you get stuck with these labels. And these labels are just, they're cruel and they're mean and they're not true. And, when people are told, well, you're just too sensitive, that implies that they're weak. And empaths are anything but weak. We're very strong individuals because not only do we carry energy for ourselves, we connect with other people's energies. So that implies a very strong spirit. I spent a lot of years trying to find my balance point with my empathy. And once I did, it became the absolute best thing in my life. I love being an empath, and I want other empaths to love it too. And it's a lot easier to love it if you are able to utilize it on your terms. Yes, there are challenges to being empathic. And no, I don't believe for a single second that you can be too old to learn how to manage it. And for people who say, oh, well, that's just me, that's just how I am. No, it's not. You can choose different. It's okay. It takes practice and it takes work, but it can be managed. And once it is, yes, there are challenges, but not a single one of them is worth not having it. I wouldn't trade being an empathic for anything. It is a part of me, and the way I utilize it, it strengthens me. And it allows me to access energies of the world around me, of the trees, of the wind, of the night sky, and everything. You can connect with anything energetic. And if you're at that level of being unmanaged, it's okay. You can get mastery with it. You can turn it into a tool that you can use that does not hinder you from being able to interact with the world. If there's a situation that is, heavy, either emotionally or energetically, I know empaths who can't go into hospitals. And some of them have been willing to learn about management and it's helped. But others, it's like, well, no, that's just me. I can't go into hospitals. I can't go to funerals. I can't do this. I can't do that. Empathy should not be attached to I can't. There's no reason for you not to. You can learn to manage it and have it become a comfort to other people. And you can learn to be responsible for it. So, yeah, being an unmanaged empath can kind of suck sometimes. And learning mastery, learning to find balance with it, makes it the best thing in the world. So, I am here for you. I am here to help you with this. If you feel that you are, dealing with too much empathy, you feel too much, people tell you you're too sensitive, people tell you you're too dramatic, you're not. You're an empath. And that's a good thing. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this or any other video, please, you can leave a message in the comments. You can also reach me through my Twitter page, which is in the description. You can reach me through my Facebook group, Medicine Walk with Dr. Ayleen. You can also reach me through my email, which is in the description. If you have any issues or if you have a question that you'd like me to cover, please go ahead and put it there and I'll cover it in a video. And if you would like to get my advice on something, I'd be happy to. And if you'd like me to come and talk wherever you're at, once we can start traveling again, I'd love to travel and I'd love to come to you and answer your questions. And I also do one-on-one work with folks. So, if you like this video, please hit like. And now that we've passed our first 100 subscribers, we're going to work on the next 100. So if you have not subscribed, and according to the analytics, about half the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you are watching, please consider subscribing. It would really help me out, and it would help out the channel a lot. So again, thank you for joining me. And as always, I wish you balance, and I wish you blessings. From my heart to yours. Love you, and see you tomorrow. Bye.